Imagine being the most powerful and influential person in the world with millions under your command and the freedom to do whatever you want. However, this may seem enjoyable. This greatness is accompanied by constant threats, wars, diseases, betrayals, and many rejections. How would you navigate such a life? Marcus Aurelius lived this painful experience almost every day. In this video, I will show you how Marcus Aurelius found Stoicism to be the philosophy of his life and a true antidote to dissatisfaction and rejection. The techniques presented in this video are meant to be utilized in accordance of our Stoic virtues that are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. There is a specific time and place in which these techniques should be used. I trust that you use them properly. These powerful techniques will help you use rejection to your advantage and must only be used when necessary. At the end of this video, you will understand how to act when someone ignores you and learn to use reverse psychology to make them regret their decisions. Let's begin. Number 1. Ignore them too. When someone ignores you, one way to act is to ignore them too. Don't force anything. This may seem counterintuitive, but it is effective in most cases. Turn this challenge into an opportunity for personal growth. When someone ignores you, it's not just a situation to endure, it's your chance to shine with patience and wisdom. Instead of reflecting their indifference, begin an internal journey of self-discovery and emotional strength. Reflect on your values, focus on your actions, and embrace emotional independence. This isn't about winning some silly game for attention, but about mastering the art of inner peace and self-control. Remember, in the theater of life, you are the playwright. Write your story with dignity, resilience, and wisdom. Let's turn this situation into a step toward a more empowered and stoic you. Number 2. Don't react emotionally. When a woman or a man ignores you, it can be difficult not to react emotionally. You feel betrayed and used. You may even feel like you need closure or an apology. However, the best way to handle this situation is to stay calm. The Stoic approach to such situations emphasizes the importance of maintaining cool, calm, and collected. This embraces your true emotional resilience. If you find yourself being ignored, Stoicism advises internal reflection instead of emotional reaction. Finding tranquility is essential, and practicing self-control is crucial. Focus on self-awareness and respond with dignity and respect. For example, if someone ignores you, Stoicism suggests continuing to be friendly and polite without expecting a specific response in return. You can ask if something is wrong and if the person wants to talk, but do it without pressure or a need for validation. If the person continues to ignore you, stay calm and choose to act correctly, avoiding irritation or signs of weakness. Instead, focus on yourself and your actions. Demonstrate strength, self-confidence, and recognize that others' behavior should not alter your self-image or values. This teaches us to focus on what is under our control, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, and to accept what we cannot control with grace, such as the actions of others. This reflects Stoic ideals of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance in interactions. Virtues we all must learn and embrace. Number 3. Remove her from your mind. One way to act when a woman ignores you is to remove her from your mind. This is easier said than done, but this means stopping thinking about her and focusing on yourself. Start by shifting your focus from her to yourself. You must put yourself first. Make a list of your goals and actively work to achieve them. Find a new hobby or start a new project. Make plans with friends and family and truly enjoy your time with them. Dedicate time to reflect on yourself and how to improve. This will help you create a positive mindset and shift your focus away from the woman who is ignoring you. Soon you will realize that her indifference doesn't matter. In fact, in most situations you will realize she only held you back, creating distractions from what truly matters. Number 4. Demonstrate your value. When ignored, it can be challenging to know how to act. One way to respond is to demonstrate your value. Showcase your intelligence, sense of humor, and charisma. According to Stoic philosophy, facing situations where you feel ignored is an opportunity to focus on demonstrating your value through personal virtues and ethical behavior. Instead of trying to impress solely with intelligence or humor, Stoicism suggests showing your value through wisdom, kindness, and integrity. For example, if you feel ignored in a conversation, engage constructively by humbly sharing your knowledge, responding with respect, and listening attentively. Instead of seeking validation or a specific reaction from the other person, concentrate on being true to yourself and demonstrating your strengths in alignment with Stoic values of self-improvement and respect for others. By showing that you can remain balanced and respectful, regardless of others' attention or recognition, you live according to Stoic principles of focusing on character and personal actions, reflecting wisdom and self-control. This approach can be personally more satisfying and leave a deeper, lasting impression on others. When people leave your life, it makes room for better and more valuable people who truly align with your values. Number 5. Cut off contact. If a woman ignores you, the best thing you can do is cut off contact. This means ceasing communication with her through text messages, phone calls, and other means. Remove her from social media as she no longer matters. Avoid the person also in person if possible. They don't deserve your time. For example, stop sending messages and suddenly cease responding to her texts. If she doesn't respond to your calls, stop trying to contact her. Don't talk to her or make eye contact if you're in the same social circle. Number 6. Prove her wrong. When a woman ignores you, it can be challenging to know how to respond. One way to act is to prove her wrong. Show that you are not who she thinks you are and that you are capable of more. For example, if she thinks you're not smart enough to understand a particular topic, demonstrate your knowledge about it. Surprise her with an unexpected story or joke. If she thinks you're boring, show that you're not the person being ignored and that you have more to offer. Not by begging, but by living your life. If she still ignores you, don't take it personally. This means you now have more time for personal development, which allows you to achieve your big goals and aspirations in life. Number 7. Go out and have fun. Going out and having fun when ignored can be an excellent way to get the situation out of your head and focus on yourself. Start by doing something you enjoy, whether it's going to the movies, playing sports, or simply taking a walk in the park. Invite your friends to help maintain a positive mood and remind you of your value. If you still feel down, try going to a new restaurant or event to break the routine and meet new people. The gym is a great place of growth and you can meet many like-minded individuals there. Number 8. Build your social status. From a Stoic perspective, building your social status is not a means to impress others, but a path to personal development and community contribution. When facing situations like being ignored, Stoicism suggests focusing on self-improvement and community engagement for these goals in themselves. Activities such as exercising, pursuing hobbies, learning new skills, advancing your career, volunteering, and networking are seen as ways to cultivate character and contribute to society. Share your experiences and interests authentically, not with the goal of attracting attention, but to genuinely connect with individuals and communities with similar interests. This approach aligns with Stoic values of personal growth, contribution to the common good, and forming meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and shared interests. Therefore, when building your social status, do it with the intention of improvement and making a positive contribution, not just as a strategy to increase your attractiveness to others. Number 9. Act as if she doesn't exist. If someone ignores you, acting as if they don't exist is another way to behave. You should be putting your time into people that value you, not use you. This means not initiating conversations or making eye contact, but seeking someone else to talk to. For example, if you're at a party, start a conversation with another person and avoid the woman who is ignoring you. If you need to interact with her, keep the conversation professional and avoid personal topics that could lead to a confrontation. If she continues to ignore, avoid responding and simply walk away. Remember, it's easier to move on than to try to fix a situation over which you have no control. Women like to play games to provoke an emotional reaction. This is a test. Don't fall for it or play their silly games. Number 10. Give her the silent treatment. Another way to respond is to give her the silent treatment. By not responding, you are showing that you won't take her for granted. Stoicism reinterprets the idea of giving the silent treatment. Instead of using silence as a tool to provoke a reaction or prove a point, Stoicism advocates using silence as a form of self-reflection and emotional regulation. When compelled to give the silent treatment, Stoicism suggests using that time to reflect on your thoughts and feelings, understanding them with clarity and composure. It emphasizes the importance of responding or not responding in a way aligned with personal virtues and integrity, rather than as a strategy to influence the other person's behavior. This approach promotes a sense of inner peace and self-control in line with Stoic values, and avoids engaging in behaviors that may be seen as manipulative or vengeful. Therefore, if you choose not to respond, do it as a practice of introspection, not as a tactic to influence the other person. This reflects Stoic wisdom and temperance, focusing on one's behavior and personal growth. Number 11. Don't beg for attention. When ignored, don't beg for attention or validation. Instead, make her feel like she's losing something. According to Stoic principles, the response to situations where someone is ignored should focus on personal satisfaction and emotional independence, instead of seeking tactics to make others feel like they are losing something or demonstrating self-confidence through derogatory comments. Stoicism advises maintaining dignity and self-respect by demonstrating confidence and self-sufficiency, not as a means to affect others' perception, but as a reflection of one's own worth and stability. Encouragement is given to find fulfillment in one's activities and interests, staying true to personal values and interacting with others authentically without the need for external validation. Therefore, instead of begging for attention or trying to show that someone is losing something, concentrate on developing your self-confidence and finding satisfaction in your achievements. This reflects Stoic values of wisdom, self-control, and focus on what is within one's power, attitudes, and personal actions. Number 12. Be kind, but emotionally distant. If someone ignores you, don't take it personally or unload on them. The appropriate response to situations where you are ignored involves acting with kindness and maintaining a healthy emotional distance. This emphasizes the Stoic practice of not taking things personally and keeping composure. It is advisable to acknowledge the person with education and warmth, such as wishing them a good day or simply greeting them, but without expecting anything in return. Encouragement is given to demonstrate emotional detachment, not out of indifference, but as a reflection of inner peace and self-sufficiency. This approach aligns with Stoic principles of focusing on what can be controlled, personal responses and emotions, and accepting what is beyond control, such as the actions of others. These responses advocate for a balanced interaction, combining kindness with a healthy emotional boundary, reflecting Stoic ideals of wisdom, self-control, and respect for oneself and others. Number 13. Don't let her see that you're struggling. When you are ignored, the worst thing you can do is make it clear that you are struggling. Instead, stay calm and continue with your life as if nothing happened. The appropriate way to deal with situations where you are ignored is to maintain composure and self-confidence. It is advisable to continue with your life calmly and confidently, showing that the attitude of another person does not negatively affect your own sense of identity. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on internal stability and self-confidence, suggesting polite and respectful behavior in all interactions, without aggression or confrontation. This approach is rooted in Stoic values of emotional resilience, wisdom, and integrity, advocating for a response that reflects personal strength and stability, rather than visibly reacting to external circumstances. Demonstrate that your confidence and security are grounded in your own character, not dependent on the actions or recognition of others. In our journey to decipher intentions and authentic relationships, a fundamental understanding arises. You deserve relationships based on reciprocity and respect. Finally, I invite you to join our community and continue exploring Stoicism together. Thank you for watching, and if this video has inspired you to a wiser and more meaningful love, take the next step. Subscribe, activate the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Please share how you will use these Stoic lessons in your life, and if you don't know what to say, just type "Stoicism saves" in the comments to prove you finished the video. Your support is essential in this journey of discovery and continuous learning, as it helps the YouTube algorithm show these useful techniques to others. Always remember that the key to healthier and more enriching relationships lies in recognition, action, and above all, respect for yourself and others.